Golden State finally has a backup point guard for years. Now they have a veteran backup point guard behind Steph and Cory Joseph. Shams Charania just put out a tweet. Free agent guard Cory Joseph has agreed on a one-year deal with the Golden State Warriors, according to Rich Paul and Brandon Cavanaugh. That tell ESPN, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. And if you guys don't know, Cory Joseph spent the last 3 seasons in Detroit after spending 2 years in Sacramento, 2 years before that in Indiana, 2 years before that in Toronto, and 4 seasons in San Antonio. Last year, he averaged in about 20 minutes a game, 7 points, 3.5 assists, 2 rebounds. And he's a guy for his career, he's averaged 7 points. And he's a guy who this past season was pretty darn efficient for a guard. He's a bit undersized for your typical guard, like 6'2", 6'3" with shoes on. He's an NBA champion, all right. He's a great backup point guard. Not much of a scorer or playmaker, but can be one when called upon. Can be relied on to get guys the ball in the right spots and keep the rock moving, facilitating the offense. With age, he's become an inconsistent shooter, but he can knock it down. Yes, his offensive scoring repertoire is a little bit limited, but he is a plus defender, very tenacious on that end, really gets into the body, gets his body into ball handlers and makes life tough on them. I'm a big fan of this signing. Cory Joseph's a guy who shot 43% from the field this past year, 38.9 from 3. And he's a guy who can shoot the 3 ball. Again, he's not going to blow anybody's mind or shock anybody, but he's a competent backup point guard, which is something that you can argue the Warriors have lacked for the last couple seasons, and something that they'll definitely love to see them have for the first time in a few years. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of Cory Joseph now here in Golden State? And if you guys think it's a good fit, if you guys even like the fit, if you guys would have liked somebody else. But besides that, I think it'll definitely be interesting as hell to see how he helps the team out. Yeah, I really do think he's going to be a guy who can really shock some people by how impactful he could be for the Warriors. There's a reason why he spent the last few seasons in Detroit, because he was a solid backup point guard that they could trust, and he was a veteran in the locker room, which is something you could say that the Warriors need. And I like Cory Joseph. I think this past year, you might think that the only time you saw him was when he got posterized by Paolo Banchero. But Cory Joseph's still a productive player in the NBA, and I hope that with more time, he gets his, he's shown that he's still a valuable NBA player. But I do want to hear your guys' thoughts down below if there was anything else. But, yeah, that's it. Peace out.